Welcome in to Redbirds live from Don Stanhouse Field in DuQuoin. I'm Garrett Smith, joined by Aaron Price. And we've got some Redbirds baseball on tap today, up against the Pinckneyville Panthers. A couple of regional championship teams here in the sectional semifinal. A couple of the lower seeds getting victories. Pinckneyville comes in as a 6. Frankfort with the Cinderella run this far, a 10 seed,
hmm
win their regional, and here they are, regional or sectional semi. Winner gets DuQuoin, who pulled away in their ball game 9-2 over Harrisburg.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a good quality ball game, but really DeCoin kind of pulled away with it at the end. And like you said, Garrett, these are two teams that really have seen a lot of success in the postseason and have had a long road to get to where they are right now. Very entertaining game likely on tap for us today. The Pinckneyville Panthers and the West Frankfort Redbirds both had losing records in the regular season and both find themselves in the sectional semifinal today at DeCoin. Pinckneyville's record on the season so far is at 13 and 15. The West Frankfort Redbirds are 10 and 14 on the season, respectively. As mentioned, Garrett, both of these teams have had a surge in the postseason. Pinckneyville defeated Redbud 5-1 and then upset Ziegler Royalton Co-op 12-3 to reach today's game. The West Frankfort Redbirds they beat El Dorado 4-1, stunned the top seed Massac County 8-6, and then had a rally against Vienna 16-6 in their last game to win the regional championship and make it to where they are today. So yeah, a lot of these, both of these teams riding a lot of momentum here late in the season. Just taking a look at some of the key players for the Pinckneyville Panthers to watch today. Colton Smith, he leads the team in batting average at .395 and on base percentage at .505. He's also the top pitcher with a 3.20 ERA and 9 stolen bases. Reed Marlowe, he's a junior batting .388 with 2 home runs this season and has the team best in fielding percentage. And lastly, Braden Cleland has 12 stolen bases, the team leader, and has a .357 batting average, Garrett.
Yeah, and again, we welcome you guys in here in our pregame coverage brought to you by Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies, live from DuQuoin. A couple of teams playing red hot at the right moment. And if we get into our week's keys to the game, I think it's got to be that stay hot with the bats for Frankfurt. Man, they crushed the baseball when we were down at Vienna, 16-6 victory after putting up 8 on the top seed Massac. So I mean, the bats have come alive at the perfect time. It's already resulted in a regional championship. Might as well keep it moving and get you a victory here today and advance to the sectional championship. I mean, man, what an opportunity that would be, and it already is a great opportunity for a Frankfurt team that's really had to buy into the process this year. At one point, I think was 2-15 on the
Right.
season. Man, if they've won 8 and 9, they've been red hot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just been a fun team to watch develop throughout the season. And
Yeah.
let's see if they can keep it rolling against a team they beat not too long ago, Pinckneyville.
Yeah. I mean, West Frankfort really is a team that, if you ask anyone in Southern Illinois, they would probably not expect them to be where they are right now. But that postseason success has really been helpful for the Redbirds and playing at the right time, as you mentioned, Garrett.
Aaron, you know what the best part about that is? You
hmm
said not a lot of people would expect that. I don't think you could have got that past the dugout. I think they fully expected to be
Right.
winning those ball games. There's a lot of
hmm
one-run games they lost this year.
Oh yeah.
They could easily have 14, 15 regular season wins, and
hmm
it's good to see that them finally been able to finish off ball games and get victories because they've played some good teams tough. They played DuQuoin tough a couple of times. They split with Pinckneyville, who they're going to see today. Uh, just an all-around good club that's figuring out a way to win games.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and, if you're ready, Garrett, get to the starting lineups for today's game. West Frankfort will be the home team for this game today. So go ahead and start with our lineups for Pinckneyville, Garrett.
Yeah, the Panthers. As we get into our Sam C. Mitchell and Associates starting lineups, leading off, Aaron mentioned him, the center fielder. That's Colton Smith. And then batting second over third is going to be Braden Cleland, another key Panther that we focused in on. Then the backstop batting third is Reed Marlowe. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter Dylan Keller, followed by right fielder Michael Brand and left fielder Chad Lynch. And in the bottom three of the order, on the mound in the 7 slots, J.D. Kellerman, followed by the second baseman Aiden Booza, and round out the 9, Abel Clark over at short. And in the field, not in the lineup, will be Henry Rupert. That's who Keller will be hitting for on this Wednesday afternoon into the evening here on the 28th. And we'll jump into Frankfurt's starting nine. Leading off, the second baseman will be Jace Bennett, followed by shortstop Kanan Shoup. And then in the three is the pitcher, Chris Samples. Batting fourth and right, Chase Patterson. Then it's the third baseman, Eric Duncan, the catcher, Will Scales. Bottom portion of the lineup in left is Parker Allen. Batting eighth at first is Ethan Odom, and rounding out Frankfurt's starting nine, the center fielder, Cam Joyner. Everything Frankfurt does has been right. There's been a lot of key contributors, but man, it really gets started, especially in the postseason, has been Jace Bennett. I mean, he's been an on-base machine, and I think they're going to need him again today against a good Panthers team.
Yeah, and he had a heck of a game last time against Vienna, responsible for a lot of the runs that the Redbirds put up in that game.
He reached base 6 times.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 4 base hits and 2 walks. I mean,
yeah,
including a triple in there that got Frankfurt's offense when it was a tight game.
right.
Man, he is really the gear that shifts this team into and takes them to a new level.
And that lineup you read, Garrett, has been a very consistent lineup that has worked for the Redbirds here late in the season. Jace Bennett's been batting off first, followed by Kanan Shoup, and then so on into the lineup. I'm excited to see what Chris Samples can do today on the mound. He's also been the most consistent pitcher for the West Frankfort Redbirds this season, so hopefully he can bring in some of that consistency here against Pinckneyville.
Without a doubt, he's been their top guy all year on the mound, and it's good to see him get the ball to start in a big game, even despite being a sophomore. You got to remember, he's just a sophomore, and
Right.
He's really matured and he's grown. He's gotten stronger. He's gotten a lot better. So I'd like the opportunity for Chris today, regardless of the outcome. It's a good experience to play in a sectional game and get to have the opening ball as a sophomore. You don't really see that a whole lot, but he's earned it. He's earned it this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this sectional being hosted here at DuQuoin and bringing out obviously a very good crowd on both sides, even a larger crowd for West Frankfort than we even saw at Massac here at DuQuoin. Seeing a lot of folks coming out and supporting the Redbirds here at DuQuoin. Likewise for the Pinckneyville Panthers. Very nice field to be hosting the sectional on, and also main difference a turf field as well.
I wish this place would host the Supers every year. I love this field. It's an awesome facility. They need at least a sectional every year.
Right.
It's always a nice little trip over here. And man, I love what they do with this place, and great atmosphere for some baseball. But real quick, touching DuQuoin's the 9-2 victory over Harrisburg. We got to watch the end of that, and they ballooned with a big inning late. But talk about another team, DuQuoin.
Right.
They're in the sectional final. Both of their regional games, their regional semi and their regional championship, they had to win in extra innings both times. It has a tough path. Carterville and Nashville, I mean, tough draw, but they are playing some great baseball, just like the Indians are used to. And they get to play for a sectional championship on their home turf. And and they have a good shot to advance. They're a very strong team. A little under the radar this year, which is unusual for them. They're normally way up at the top. Nashville kind of stole that show this year, but and they beat them when it counted in that extra inning affair.
Yeah, it's been an abnormal postseason so far. A lot of the lower seeds have advanced so far in the 2A sectionals, and like you mentioned, Garrett. I mean, teams like DuQuoin, teams like Pinckneyville and West Frankfort that we're seeing today, probably weren't your first pick over teams like Nashville and Ziegler.
Yeah, and well, another thing is, Aaron, Pinckneyville is a really good ball team, and they've showed it a lot this year. They just had a tough draw in the seedings, and Frankfurt had not played good baseball. I know for a fact the only double-digit team left in the class in the state. So there's a couple of mid-seeded teams like Pinckneyville hanging around. There's one low seed hanging around. It's Frankfurt, but that's the beauty of the game of baseball. It's whatever team's better on any given day is going to win.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are just about ready to get underway here in DuQuoin. We wanted to take a quick break maybe before the game starts, Garrett, or okay, so we're going to do that. We'll take a really quick break, and we'll be right back with some Redbirds baseball right after this.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
We welcome you back to Don Stanhouse Field here in DuQuoin, getting ready for some baseball. Coaches meeting at the plate. Frankfort will be the home team today. Up against the Pinckneyville Panthers. Team split in the regular season. Both teams winning their home affairs. Frankfort won 6-1 back on May 15th. Pinckneyville beat up on Frankfort when they hosted 11-1 on Friday the 18th of April. Just a reminder, DuQuoin, the 9-2 victory over Harrisburg in the sectional semifinal prior to this one.
And once again, Garrett, the Redbirds will be the home team for this contest here today. They will be sitting in the third base dugout, Pinckneyville on the right first base dugout. Pinckneyville today wearing their royal blue jerseys, and the West Frankfort Redbirds wearing their red away jerseys they've been wearing throughout the year, and their white hats today.
Quick reminder on Pinckneyville's starting 9 as they're being announced. Be Smith in center field, followed by Cleland at third. Marlowe behind the plate. Keller DHing. Batting fifth and right is Brand. Left fielder Chad Lynch. Then on the mound, batting seventh is J.D. Kellerman. Then Booza at second, and Clark at short. I think so much at stake today, Aaron. A big key is just settle in, settle the nerves a little bit. Early on you're gonna. It's a game that no one from Frankfort in this dugout has played in, a sectional ball game, and just try to find some ability to settle in and find some comfortability and let the game come to you. You played so well recently, so just play your ball game and you'll be fine. You'll be able to hang in there and have a shot at the end.
Yeah, the Redbirds have played some quality baseball here as of late, so hopefully they can keep up that momentum they've drawn here into the postseason. Coaches for the Redbirds now being introduced. Tyson Smith as head coach, Phil Overturf, assistant coach Riley House, and Andrew Sturgill.
Well, you forgot Mike Smith.
Oh, yes.
How are you going to forget him, Aaron?
I can't forget Mike Smith. He wasn't introduced in front of me, so that's fine.
Well, he was introduced. He just chose not to go out there.
Will Scales behind the plate once again for the Redbirds today.
Yeah, quickly 1 through 9. It'll be Bennett, Shoup, Samples, the top portion, and then in the middle, Patterson, Duncan, and Scales. Rounding out the lineup, Allen, Odom, and Joyner for your Redbirds. Good crowd for game 1. Good crowd for game 2 today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always a great host here at DuQuoin. I mentioned it already, but a nice feel to the game with the grandstand here. Seating all around home plate. You can be right up in the action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're talking about momentum, Garrett. I mean, Redbirds have scored 28 runs in their last 2 games. Hopefully they can keep up that momentum today.
I'm assuming we had a anthem prior to game 1, so I think we're ready to play some baseball.
Yes. Yep. Throw a few warm-up pitches on the mound, and we should be ready to go here in just a couple minutes at Don Stanhouse Field in DuQuoin.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a petition or something going where they can play supers or something over here every year. This is the great environment for it.
Yeah.
Playing on a high school field, you play on high school fields all year, so you should be playing in the postseason. So
yeah, this is definitely one of, and you could argue the best baseball field in this area. Very, very nice. And yeah, if you're, like you said, Garrett.
And for me, the lefty, it's got the short porch out and right. So
right.
hit them up in the air and let them sail out.
Yeah, and that's something unique that DuQuoin has here is that right field fence. It's only what, $2.95 to right?
With the tracks behind it, so the train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But again, battery today is Chris Samples pitching into Will Scales. Chris Samples has been Frankfort's #1 guy on the bump this season. So he's earned this opportunity to go out, give his team a chance to play for a sectional championship.
It's kind of like DuQuoin's small version of the Green Monster out there, Garrett.
Is that what you're going to call it?
I'll call it the I'll call it
the mesh.
The mesh monster.
I think we played somewhere before when I was in Little League, and they had a silver monster, and it was just a super tall chain link fence with no windscreen or nothing on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 295 down the right field line, and then you jump all the way out to the deepest part of the ballpark, right underneath that scoreboard. That's 375. And then down the left field line, what is it, 320, if I can remember correctly? I
It's
can't see
around
it, but
there.
I
It's
think
just outside of our view completely because of that dugout, but
I
it's
remember
around there.
seeing it earlier today, so I think it was
Yeah.
320. Here we go. Colton Smith, center fielder, is going to lead off. He's wearing jersey number 6, batting from the left side. Chris Samples looks to get things going for West Frankfort. First pitch, popped back foul right at 4:48 when we get off with our first pitch. Looked like we were going to be ahead of schedule with how that first game was going, and
Yeah.
then DuQuoin piled it on
Yeah.
to beat up on Harrisburg. So it's an 0-1 count. Next in, just outside. Good spot to be, though. You live there, you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah.
Ball and a strike to Smith. The next from Samples. That's called strike number 2. Smith did not like it.
Good spot there again for Chris Samples now in a pitcher's count over Smith.
Now to the wind, to the plate, and that clipped him. Oh, man.
Don't want to see that after
You got
getting in a good count like Samples did.
Yeah. So you got to work around lead off traffic.
Yeah.
Here's Braden Cleland. It's over at the hot corner today for Pinckneyville. He bats with a runner on and none out, beginning of this contest. Top of 1. First pitch. Bounces into Scales.
Talked about this a lot in the Massac and Vienna game is if you're Chris Samples here, yeah, you have a runner on this early, but just got to stay focused on the batter. It's obviously a big game, and early base runner is never good as he takes a pitch inside. But just got to stay dialed in.
Yeah, just
on your batter.
hit your spots. That seems to be a big issue for a lot of guys fresh into a ball game, whether it's starting or relieving. So if you can settle in a little bit, tend to see runs scored in the first because of that. Walk some batters or miss some spots over the heart of the plate.
Samples checks Smith at first. And Scales is going to take a quick timeout and go talk to Samples, calm him down a little bit.
Just trying to settle the nerves. 2-0 count. Smith led off the game. He was hit by a pitch on a 1-2 count. A runner at first, nobody away in the top of the first in a scoreless game. Samples to the plate. Ball high, 3-0.
A little bit upstairs there, and quickly a 3-0 count now on Cleland.
Reed Marlowe, the Panther catcher, would be next. There's a strike right down central. Pitches, I'd say it's probably higher than any other pitch.
I would definitely assume so. And Samples throws back to first, keeping Smith honest over there. He started to get a lead and quickly retreated back.
Yeah, just keep him close enough to where he can't really take advantage of you, even if he does take off
That'll be
try
ball
to take
4.
a base. A hit by pitch and a walk, not an ideal start. And now the heart of Pinckneyville's lineup. Reed Marlowe will step into the right-handed batter's box.
And Garrett really, those first few pitches, Samples was really comfortable. Got himself in a 1-2 count, just that pitch low in the zone, clipped Smith, and now what quickly was a 1-2 count turns into 2 runners for the Redbirds.
Yeah, and it's another thing, pitching out of the stretch or the wind, it's a little different. Some guys a lot more comfortable out of certain one or the other. Out off to the right, out of play. So force at any of the infield bases. Duncan could go to the bag at third. Middle infield would certainly look for a double play. Ball hit to them. Odom's in on the grass at first. Next to Marlowe. Well high, 1-1 the count.
Smith at second, Cleland at first for the Panthers. Here's the 1-1 delivery from Samples. Fouled on in foul territory, near foul territory, but will stay in play, and that's going to be out number 1. And McClellan was tagging up for a second, but retreats back to first.
You a little thrown off there,
I
Aaron?
was a little thrown off. That looked foul off the bat from me, but in fair territory, and it's caught out and right by Chase Patterson for out number 1.
Well, I'm glad Patty didn't think it was a foul ball.
I'm glad he didn't either.
1 away. That's a big one. Here's Dylan Keller, Pinckneyville's DH. Runners remain at first and second with 1 away. Strike 1 pumped in from Chris Samples. Hit the count 0-1.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Garrett, that doesn't take much to get a ball over the wall in right, or at least a home run ball, as that will definitely be fouled off.
Yep, down the left field line. 0-2.
Yeah, a good number of lefties in your lineup can be an advantage today at this field, especially lefties with some power. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Samples up high.
Non-competitive. That's one that out of the hand, he could tell it was a strike. Didn't have to stress over that one at all. So an easy take from Keller. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Keller on strikes, and Samples has responded nicely after hitting a batter and walking the next.
Good spot there for Chris Samples, and starting to recover a little bit from those 2 base runners as now it'll be Reed Marlowe to the plate for the Panthers.
Ball up and inside. Here's Michael Brandt. Brandt out in right field today. Swings through this one, tipped into the glove, a ball and a strike. A big momentum boost for Frankfort if they could get out of that early jam with a couple on and none out. Samples comes set and heads to the plate. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. Frankfort fans getting into it.
Yeah. Nice job from Samples to work into a 1-2 count here.
Samples with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A scoreless top of the first after the first 2 reach for Pinckneyville. The Redbirds put up a 0. They'll come to bat in the bottom of the first in a scoreless game on Redbirds Live.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
Back for the bottom of the first here in DuQuoin. And Chris Samples works out of some out of a no-out sticky situation. And we're scoreless through a half inning.
And you wouldn't want a better guy up to start the game than Jace Bennett for the Redbirds, who had a more than sufficient game against the Vienna Eagles See if he can keep that momentum into today, as that'll be a called strike inside.
Yeah. Bennett, then Shoup and Samples due up in the first for West Frankfort. J.D. Kellerman out on the bump for Pinckneyville, throwing in to Reed Marlowe. Count 0-2 after Bennett is jammed and chops one towards the Redbird dugout on the third base side. No balls, 2 strikes. Kellerman out ahead on Bennett. And the pitch. Up and away, ball 1.
One-two count on Bennett. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fouled off to the left again.
He was well late on that one. Remains 1-2. And the pitch from Kellerman. Chopped back. Fouled off again. And that was nearly in the glove by the time that was hit.
Yep.
Find a way on, no matter how you do it.
1-2 delivery once again. Up high. 2-2 count.
Kellerman. Even count pitch. Ball 3.
Good at bat so far from Jace Bennett.
Yeah, it's a great at bat regardless. This is what you love from your top of the lineup guy, even if he goes down here. 3-2. Fouled it back.
Running up the pitch count early. Looks like that ball might have clipped the catcher and a little bit of the umpire, but we're good and back in the box now.
All is well. We're fine. Here we go. 3-2. Outside ball 4. Jace Bennett draws a leadoff walk in the bottom half of the frame.
Good eye for Bennett to lay off that pitch, as it'll be shortstop Kanan Shoup to the plate.
Kanan Shoup, shortstop. Man, did he hit the ball hard a couple of times down in Metropolis last weekend.
Absolutely.
First pitch. Down below the zone, ball 1. Bennett leads from first, and here's the pitch. Inside on the right-handed hitter Shoup. 2-0.
2 good pitches. Good eyes from Shoup to play off those 2 early pitches in the count. Here's the pitch, and that's swung on and missed.
Yeah, good hitter's count there to let her rip. Still in a hitter's count, 2-1. Let's see if you get your pitch here.
Bennett gets a lead at first base.
Fouled back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 delivery. Swung on, fouled back again.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Kanan Shoup. Down in the dirt. It runs full on the Redbird shortstop.
Second full count here early for the Redbird hitters.
See if Bennett might be off on this pitch. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's not. And it's fouled back by Shoup.
I like to see what I'm seeing so far from the Redbirds and doing anything they can to protect in these counts.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Lined back up the middle. Base hit for Kanan Shoup. Bennett takes a look at Coach Smith, and he'll hold at second. The first 2 have reached for West Frankfort.
That's all I got to do, Garrett. That's a good quality hit out to center field, and now the Birds have 2 runners on, still with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And here comes the starting pitcher for the Redbirds, Chris Samples.
Well, Bennett and Shoup both put themselves in great spots. Both worked some great counts and really had to make Kellerman work. And You'd been fine with the at-bats as is, but it's a bonus that they both got on base.
Right.
Up high to Samples, 1-0. Chase Patterson would be next, the Redbird right fielder.
A lot of good younger talent at the top of the lineup, and sophomores and juniors hitting early for the Redbirds. 1-0 count on Samples. 2-0.
Yeah, a couple that just weren't anywhere close.
Yep.
Easy takes thus far for Chris Samples. And we'll have a quick mound visit. I'm telling you, a lot of times the inning to score on some pitchers, and we'll see if it's the case today, is early in the game.
Yeah.
First or second inning when the guys can't really hit their spots. Tend to see a lot of pitchers really settle in and find a groove. And a good opportunity for Pinckneyville. They couldn't cash in, and now the Redbirds with a great shot.
Absolutely. And another thing, early in these games with how the Redbirds have already been doing it with two batters is, running up those counts this early. Kellerman's probably already thrown between 10 and 20 pitches.
Well, yeah, I mean, he threw 14 or 15 of the first two guys.
Right. 2-0 delivery.
Ripped out to left field, down the line. It is a fair ball. That's going to bring in Bennett. Shoop's headed into third. Redbirds are going to score first on an RBI double. Second runner's going, and he'll be out at the plate. Shoop sent home. And man, oh man, Pinckneyville gets a gift of an out.
Really good.
RBI double for Chris Samples.
Really good hit there from Chris Samples, and that was just nearly foul, but was able to stay fair by a few inches. And yeah, it's a tough call for.
That's a tough sin there.
Shoop.
I don't know if he went through it or if he was sent, but either way.
Yeah.
And that would have been, you had second and third, nobody out. Here's Chase Patterson. He takes the ball high. But regardless, Frankfurt on the board first.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously the out's not good, but you still have a runner on second and just one out here. So
3 great at bats this far from the top 3 guys in the Redbird lineup.
Patterson calls a quick timeout. Samples gets a lead from second. There's the pitch down, and that is going to be a free base for Chris Samples, as that'll get past.
Yeah, he had a good read on that. He saw that out of the hand that it was down in the dirt, so I don't think it had to scoot very much away from Marlowe. It was an easy trot, but I think even a little bit away from him, and I think Samples was going to go for it.
Yeah.
Patterson swing and a miss. That was a hefty cut. 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count for the Redbird right fielder. He takes strike 2. Eric Duncan, the senior, awaiting on deck. Next to Patterson. Up and in. He is backed off the plate. Our third full count out of the first 4
Absolutely.
Redbird hitters.
It would score a run, as here's the delivery. That is chopped on and foul to the left. Full count remains on Chase Patterson as Kellerman gets set. Here's the pitch.
Inside ball 4.
So another walk issued from Kellerman. Here comes Eric Duncan for the Redbirds.
Yeah, something to the outfield. Don't even necessarily need a base hit. Just get that second runner in. Do your job here. Something to the green grass in the outfield. Runners at the corners for the Redbird third baseman. Kellerman to the plate, and Duncan takes strike 1. Patterson gets his lead from first. He'll take a delayed steal. They'll throw through, and he's going to be safe.
That was a good jump from Patty, but if that throw would have been on point.
Would have been pretty interesting.
Yep. 0-2 count now on Eric Duncan with one out and a man on second and third for the Redbirds. Pitch. That's called a ball just a tad outside. 1-2 count on Duncan. That ball's fouled back.
Catcher Will Scales on deck for West Frankfort.
Hit to the outfield would be big here for the Redbirds.
Yeah, infield is drawn in. Duncan lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're all in at the grass. 2-2 from Kellerman to Duncan. Inside, ball 3. That did not miss by much.
4 full counts now.
I mean, that's a good way to run up a pitch count.
Yeah.
Anything close here, you got to think's going to go Panther way. They've gotten the short end of a couple of calls, and Duncan swings through for strike 3.
So it's 2 outs now for the Redbirds, and catcher Will Scales coming up to the plate.
See if Scales can loop one into center and give the Redbirds a couple of runs here. Scales up in the box and takes one in the dirt. Runners will hold up. Good block from Marlowe. 1-0 the count.
Kellerman gets set. Here's the 1-0 delivery.
Swing and popped up over on the right side. Second baseman will put it away over near the foul line. That's Booza. Frankfurt plates one. They got a couple of runners on, had another opportunity, but they have a lead through 1 inning of play in the sectional semifinal on Redbirds Live.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Hi, this is West Frankfort Mayor Tim Arview, inviting you to visit and experience our small community nestled in the heart of Southern Illinois. Located just off I-57, West Frankfort offers some of the most unique dining and shopping options in the region, along with a rich history of coal mining and more. Come visit our 2 museums, the Frankfort Community Park, or come downtown for a taste of what we have to offer. The City of West Frankfort, a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics.
Back for the top of the second here at Don Stenhouse Field in DuQuoin. It's 1-0 West Frankfort. Through an inning of play, Chris Samples back to work. It'll be Chad Lynch leading off. Rips one down the third base line, and it'll hook foul. Lynch, then Kellerman, then Booza for Pinckneyville in the top of the second.
And not a bad inning at all for the Redbirds in the first, as they had an unfortunate tag at the plate on Kanan Shoup, as that'll be a called strike. 0-2 count. And they stranded 2 runners, but still had 1-0 here in the game.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Lynch on 3 pitches. 1 away in the top of the second.
Love to see that from Samples.
No fooling around there. 3 pitches and sends him back to the dugout. Here's the pitcher, J.D. Kellerman, who really, if you think about it, did a nice job of only giving up 1. He really had to work in the bottom of the first through 36 pitches. He takes ball 1 a touch high. Winner gets DuQuoin on Saturday. I believe that ball game begins at 11 a.m. right here in DuQuoin. This one ripped foul on the ground. Ball on a strike. It's 1 away in the second.
Here's the 1-1 delivery from Samples upstairs. That'll be ball 2. Samples gets set, and here's the 2-1 delivery.
Good pitch on the inner black. That is not a fun pitch to deal with. Kellerman wanted no part of it. He was trying to buy a ball there. 2-2. The next from Samples. Just got a piece. It was fouled back. Gales could not squeeze it.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Samples.
Popped up. Back on it at Shoup. And he'll put it away. As Joyner was coming in from a long way, and Shoup down to his knees for out number 2.
By the look of that play in the outfield, I was hesitant that ball was going to be caught, but man, Shoup was able to just barely come up with it.
Yeah, Joyner's super quick, and he just didn't get to it quick enough because if he could have, that would have been his ball, and he would have called him off. But just couldn't get to that baseball. Nice job from Shoup to hang on.
Ball upstairs. 1-0 count.
This is Aiden Booza, who put away that pop down the right field line to end the bottom of the first. Had to go a long way for that, and he rips one out to left center for a base hit. Booza will settle for a 2-out single. Abel Clark is next.
Really good spot there in the gap for Booza, so be a single for him. 2 outs.
Bottom of the lineup here is Abel Clark. Good fielding shortstop. Clark takes ball high.
Booza gets a lead from first.
Not a very big one. And Clark flies one out to left. Parker Allen, he's camped underneath it and puts it away for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the second. Redbirds continue to lead it 1-0 on Redbirds Live.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
Hi, this is West Frankfort Mayor Tim Arview, inviting you to visit and experience our small community nestled in the heart of Southern Illinois. Located just off I-57, West Frankfort offers some of the most unique dining and shopping options in the region, along with a rich history of coal mining and more. Come visit our 2 museums, the Frankfort Community Park, or come downtown for a taste of what we have to offer. The City of West Frankfort, a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics.
The Redbirds come up to hit in the bottom of the second, leading the ball game 1-0. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the Redbird lineup. That's Parker Allen and Ethan Odom, followed by Cam Joyner. Allen takes outside, ball 1. Good moment for Redbirds to maybe get a couple here. You liked taking the lead in the first, but felt like you could have had a couple more runs.
Right. Yeah, I definitely liked what I saw in the first inning from the Redbirds. So hopefully they'll keep that up as there's a called strike. 2-1 count now on Parker Allen.
Kellerman looking for a much more efficient second inning. They're throwing quite a few in the first. It's a 2-2 count to Parker Allen as he takes this one on the inner half. 2-2 to the Redbird left fielder. And the pitch swung on and flipped out to right field, going back to his left, making the play is Brand.
So the first baseman, Ethan Odom, to the plate now for the Redbirds. Hitting 8th, as you mentioned, Garrett.
Swing and a miss from Odom. 0-1. Next on the way from Kellerman. Count evens at 1-1. Good speed on deck for West Frankfort in Cam Joyner before the lineup flips back to the top.
Yeah, Cam was a big help on the bases for the Redbirds against Massac and Vienna, as that'll be a called strike 2 on Ethan Odom. Runs it into a 1-2 count. Kellerman gets set. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. That'll be a strikeout on Ethan Odom. Cam Joyner to the plate now for the Redbirds. Hitting at the bottom of the order today. That ball high and gets past the glove for ball number 1.
Down low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Joyner. Three and 0. Joyner in take mode now.
Yeah.
Joyner takes automatic strike 1.
Two outs and empty bases for the Redbirds. Cam Joyner looking to get on. Here's the 3-1 delivery. It's another called strike, and it'll be a full count on Joyner. Three-two delivery. Swung on, and that's going to be intercepted by the third baseman just in time, and that'll be out number 3 for the Redbirds. We'll move to the third inning of play. Your score, West Frankfort 1, Pinckneyville 0 here on Redbirds Live.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Back in action, top of the third, in the top of the Panther lineup. That's Smith, Cleland, and Marlowe. Smith led off the game, was hit by a pitch. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count on the Panther leadoff man. Next one, strike one. Smith was stranded out at second base in the first.
Ball nearly down at the plate. It'll be a 2-1 count now.
Sample's got to work from behind here. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Fielded by Bennett. Underhand toss to first for out number 1.
Yeah, that takes a slight bit of adjustment for the infielders, switching from a dirt field to a turf field.
They've played on all kinds of different fields here lately. They played their quarterfinal game at home on a grass infield, and then they go and play on the dirt in Metropolis, and now they're to turf here in DuQuoin. Down the right field line, that'll reach the seats out of play.
Which we've mentioned DuQuoin with one of the most unique high school fields around here. So,
in a great way.
Yeah.
In a very good way.
Right.
Strike 2. 0-2 on Cleland. He walked in inning number 1, and he couldn't get anywhere past first base after a strikeout, or rather a pop out, and then a couple of strikeouts. Bounces in for ball 1.
1-2 count now for Chris Samples.
Out of the wind, the delivery. About the same pitch.
Yeah, I was about to say nearly the same spot on that one.
But you had some leeway being ahead 0-2.
Yeah.
So now just go get him here.
Here's the 2-2 delivery from Samples. That's upstairs, and the count will run full.
Okay, from 0-2 to 3-2. Really got to go after him now. Hit an 0-2 and then potential walk. Off the handle and right at the first baseman, Ethan Odom. 2 away on the line out.
So the catcher, Reed Marlowe, for the Pinckneyville Panthers, making his way to the plate now with 2 outs.
And you love a 3-hitter batting with 2 outs and nobody on base if you're the opposition.
Marlowe looking to do some damage here. Here's the delivery from Samples. That's called a ball upstairs. 1-0 count.
If Marlowe were to reach, you would extend it to Dylan Keller. Swing and a miss for Marlowe.
1-1 count now. Marlowe steps back in. And here's the 1-1 delivery. That's a Ball hit to the shortstop, Shoop. He fires over to first, and that will be out number 3. We make our way to the bottom of the third, and it will be a 1-0 game for the West Frankfort Redbirds.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Top of the lineup for the Redbirds in the bottom of the third. That's Bennett, Shoop, and Samples. Redbirds enjoying a 1-0 lead through 2.5.
Wouldn't want to be in a better spot in the lineup at the top for the Redbirds. And as we've already mentioned, Chase Bennett been staying hot here in the postseason for the Birds, as here's a called strike 1.
Kellerman, night and day difference his first and second innings. Really had to grind in the first and made quick work of the 7, 8, 9 guys in the second. He's quickly ahead 0-2 now on second baseman Jace Bennett. And it pops it up. That'll get out of play.
Yeah, it looks like after that kind of shaky first inning, he's kind of finally finding his rhythm here in the third inning.
Isn't that what I said would happen? I mean, isn't that, you see that so much
right
in high school baseball.
There is a grounder out to the second baseman, and that'll be, Bennett will be out at first.
Booza puts him out on the 4-3.
Kanan Shoop to the plate once again for the Redbirds.
A nice base hit right back up the middle from Shoop in the first.
Fortunately, he was the runner tagged out at the plate as he'll take outside 1-0. Yeah, the Redbirds did a little bit of damage there in the first, but could have had even more, as here's called strike 1.
Shoop takes. That one didn't miss by much. It's been below the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Next from Kellerman. That's too tall. 3-1 count.
Kellerman not wasting any time.
No, he's going quick.
Yep. 3-1 delivery to Shoop.
Ball 4. Shoulder level.
Yep.
And it's Chris Samples who roped one to the left field wall. Drove in the game's lone run to this point.
Yeah. Really good contact on that hit he had back in the first inning, as that'll be a called strike on the inside of the zone. 0-1 count.
Yeah, really good pitch from Kellerman. That is a tough one to handle if he can stay around there.
Shoop gets a lead from first. That'll be inside.
How about one of those rips down the corner again?
That would be nice.
Hit Samples. So
a walk and hit by pitch now with 1 out in the inning for the Redbirds, and now it'll be up to Chase Patterson to hopefully advance these runners, if not plate them.
Patty had a good at bat in the first. He was walked
Yep.
after fouling off plenty of pitches. So Kellerman's ready to go. 2 on, 1 out in the home half of the third. Kellerman to the plate. Just outside. Good off-speed pitch.
Yep. Shoop at second, Samples at first for the Redbirds.
That's a good pitch with 2 strikes. Probably get a guy reaching for that one.
Yeah.
Start the count, you get guys to lay off it.
Here's the pitch. That'll be upstairs. 2 balls now on Chase Patterson.
Looks like Patty was thinking about the tomahawk chop there going up high. I mean, we're in DuQuoin, I know, but
Yeah.
2-0. The next. Patterson rips one out to right on a line and put away. Hard hit ball right at Michael Brand.
Yeah, that definitely had some power on it there as he hit that out to right. But I'm just thankful those runners were paying attention and didn't get any further than they did, as it'll be 2 outs now for Eric Duncan.
Duncan wants to avenge that first inning strikeout. Struck out with a full count. Chances are, if you're a Redbird that hit in the first, you were part of a full count. Majority of the hitters were. So Duncan looks to rebound from his strikeout swinging. He takes ball 1 down low. 2 on, 2 down in the bottom of the third. Shoop, the lead runner at second. Samples at first. This one's going to squeeze through the hole. And Shoop will be held at third base, station to station. Bases loaded on a base hit to left for Duncan. In steps Will Scales.
I think that was a wise idea to hold Shoop there. You know, you could have sent him, but that was just a little bit too shallow, I think. Especially Shoop, obviously the runner that got tagged at the plate last inning. So, as you mentioned, Garrett, it'll be bases loaded now for Will Scales, but 2 outs. So,
and they're going to get Chris Samples off the field. They're going to courtesy run for him. That's Cade Reynolds out at second base. And Scales with a chance to extend Frankfurt's lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Scales swings and fouls it back. He was ready to go.
Had enough velo on it to take off a little bit of little chop of the wood there back on the stands. Saw it flying off after that ball hit.
I'll take your word for it because I can't see. I can't see.
Yeah. It's a tough angle here. 0-1 delivery.
Strike 2. 0-2 on Scales. Tough spot now for the Redbird catcher. He's got to protect.
Panthers in a bases loaded jam.
Out to center, and this one will be caught. Diving grab made by Smith ends the Redbird threat. We head to the fourth. 1-0 Redbirds on Redbirds Live.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of the 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers and stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Galatich Honda in West Frankfort. Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
We welcome you back. Live from DuQuoin, first pitch strike in the top of the 4th. Keller, Brand, and Lynch, 4, 5, and 6 for Pinckneyville.
The 0-1 delivery from Samples. That'll be just outside and low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. That is swung on, and that is out to center field, but caught in center by Cam Joyner.
Yeah, Joyner moving in.
There's that speed
to his right.
Talking about that comes in handy there in center for Cam Joyner.
Well, thanks. Send thanks to everybody that's tuning in, whether it's Facebook or YouTube today. Great day for baseball. Beautiful weather here at Don Stanhouse Field in DuQuoin. Chopped foul. Brand behind. 0-1. Winner gets DuQuoin on Saturday at 11. Swinging. Same result. Fouled off near the Redbird dugout.
Can't go wrong with a quick 0-2 count.
Now you just don't want to pump in a mistake here.
Yep.
Those are the ones that make your hair turn gray when 0-2 and you give up something over the heart of the plate. Instead, it's strike 3 looking. Samples catches Brand with the off speed.
So it'll be Lynch to the plate now for the Pinckneyville Panthers with 2 outs, and it's been a quick 2 outs for the Panthers here in the top of the 4th. That's swung on and through the gap and right.
You just had to say something, Aaron.
So that'll be a base runner for the Panthers on first base for Lynch, and it'll be the pitcher Kellerman to the plate.
You're going to pinch run over at first base. It's going to be Ty Creed, who will run. He'll run for Lynch with 2 outs. So not a courtesy runner, but Lynch will be able to have re-entry. Shows that Pinckneyville wants to knot this thing up here in the 4th. First pitch swung on and missed from Kellerman.
Was just tipped into the glove, but really late on that swing.
See if Creed wants to run. Not here. Instead, it's 0-2. Half-hearted swing.
Yeah.
And Kellerman's quickly in the hole.
It'll be an 0-2 count on Kellerman. They're going to call a quick timeout for the runner at first.
Creed's got to lace up his shoes.
I guess when you're called on as a pinch runner, you don't have too much lead time to check that out before you go out there.
Normally, when you put shoes on, you have them tied anyways. But
Yeah, that's true. 1-2 count now on Kellerman.
Looking to extend it to Booza. He's had some action in the field today. The pitch, down and away. Count even at 2-2.
Sample's able to get the glove to that ball and prevent the runner from advancing to second. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the delivery from Samples.
Ripped out to left. Allen with a beat on it, puts it away. On a line right at the left fielder, Parker Allen, through 3.5. It's a 1-0 Redbird lead on Redbirds Live.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Hi, this is West Frankfort Mayor Tim Arview, inviting you to visit and experience our small community nestled in the heart of Southern Illinois. Located just off I-57, West Frankfort offers some of the most unique dining and shopping options in the region, along with a rich history of coal mining and more. Come visit our 2 museums, the Frankfort Community Park, or come downtown for a taste of what we have to offer. The City of West Frankfort, a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics.
Allen, Odom, and Joyner in the home half of the fourth. Allen put the line drive away to stop Pinckneyville's 2-out hopes in the top half of the frame. And back to work is J.D. Kellerman, who's settled in nicely after that first inning. He pumps in strike number 1, called.
Both teams, Garrett, have put some good contact on the ball so far in this game. Top of the first worked out in the Redbirds' favor. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That's swung on and missed. 0-2 now on Allen. Delivery. It's a grounder out to the second baseman. He'll flip it over to first base for the out.
Booza puts away Allen. And now it's Ethan Odom. Odom 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. In his lone trip, takes this one, strike 1.
Yeah, he's the guy that, was it the Vienna or Massac? Yeah, it was the Vienna game where he reached, I think, nearly all 4 or 5 times he was at the plate.
Odom, fly ball back to right, drifting back at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Odom, who smacks one off the short porch. Odom will stay put at second as the ball scoots away. Get it up in the air out to right field, and it's got a shot. And Odom clanked it off the top of the fence.
Yeah, we talked about that fence in right field. Anytime you can get something with that much power out to right, it's only 295 out there, so bound to hit that fence. And now the Redbirds will have a runner on second for Cam Joyner, hitting at the bottom of the lineup today.
First baseman creeping in. Joyner takes a called strike. Kellerman checks the runner at second and comes home. And that hit him. Bennett will come to the plate. following the Joyner hit by pitch. It's 2 on and 1 down for the leadoff man, Jace Bennett.
Yeah. So the Redbirds flip to the top of the lineup. Just 1 out now. Runners at first and second now, and Jace Bennett looking to do some damage here. A lot of speed and Cam Joyner there on first base, and Odom with a lead out at second.
Kellerman's first. Strike 1. Another good opportunity for the Redbirds. 1 run is what they have thus far. But due to Chris Sample's doing nicely on the opposite side. The Redbirds have that 1-0 advantage. Swing and grounded to third. It's going to be a tag at third, fire to first. It's in the dirt and knocked down. It's going to be a force. They get the lead man. Joyner up to second, Bennett to first for Kanan Shoup. Grounded it right at the third baseman.
Yeah, he was
nice job by Cleland to at least get the lead runner.
Yeah, he was able to get the physical baseball on that base before throwing over to first, but just not in enough time.
It's not like a tag play.
Right.
He actually, when he had possession of that, he could have tagged it with any part of his body and it would have worked.
Yep.
Tagging it with the ball will work just the same.
Quick timeout called. Kanan Shoup once again hitting in the 2 spot today for the Redbirds.
I like the way the gap's looking out in right center. Let's see if Shoup can punch one out there. Shoup will take inside, strike 1. Not going to be able to turn that one around and hit it to right center. It's a good pitch.
Cam Joyner now at second.
That's a good runner to have as your lead runner.
Mm-hmm. There's the 0-1 delivery. That's outside. 1-1 now on Kanan Shoup. A lot of good speed on the base paths right now. 1-1 delivery.
Strike 2. 1-2 the count to Shoup. It's a 1-0 Redbirds lead in the bottom of the 4th.
Kellerman gets set. Here's the pitch.
Roped into left center. That's a base hit. Cam Joyner's going to score easily. Bennett's headed into third. RBI base hit for Kanan Shoup. It's 2-0 Redbirds.
There you go. That's it wasn't right center, but it was into left. And
I'm not going to get picky.
Yeah, you don't got to be picky as long as that hits its spot right, and that will be an RBI for Kanan Shoup, make it a 2-0 game. They're going to take a timeout to meet at the mound here, as the runners will now have the Redbirds, I should say, will now have runners on first and second, and they're going to make a pitching change.
A People's National Bank pitching change. Kellerman will exit. Looks like Colton Smith is going to come in and take the ball. Redbirds up 2-0. We'll take a quick break. Come back here on Redbirds Live.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Colton Smith into the ballgame with your People's National Bank pitching change. Pitch into Chris Samples. Samples takes down and away. I believe they just flipped Smith in from center, and that's where Kellerman goes.
Been in at third base for the Redbirds. Shoop with the lead at first.
And he's already got a couple hits today, does Cannon Shoop.
Yeah. 1-0 delivery. Called strike. 1-1 count now with 2 outs for Chris Samples. Been very consistent.
This inning all got started. I know he didn't score, but it was Ethan Odom with 1 out.
Yep.
Smoked one off the fence, and he got the ball rolling for Frankfort in the 4th. Next pitch. Strike 2. 1-2 the count to Samples.
Good spot there.
Smith attempting to limit the damage. In inning number 4, Redbirds leading 2-0. Samples needs to protect here.
Gets set. Here's the pitch.
Swing and a miss. Samples goes down. We head to the 5th. The Redbirds tack on 1. They have a 2-0 lead over Pinckneyville here in the sectional semifinal. DuQuoin on Redbirds Live.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
Eight, 9, and 1 due up for Pinckneyville in the top of the 5th. That'll be Aiden Booza, followed by Abel Clark, and then Colton Smith, who's moved to the mound for the Panthers.
Redbirds have taken advantage of some good slugging so far, and their 2-0 lead here now moving into the top of the 5th.
First pitch misses low, ball 1. Next from Samples. That's a strike.
Right down the center of the zone. 1-1 count now. The 1-1 delivery from Samples.
Just missed. Two and 1. The count to the Panther second baseman. Strike 2. Count evens up. Booza looks to kickstart the Panther offense. Next from Samples. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Scales will lob down to first base and officially put out Booza for out number 1. Abel Clark is next. Slick fielding shortstop for Pinckneyville. And he looks to set the table for the top of the Panther lineup. Take high, ball 1.
There's the 1-0 pitch. That's a tad bit outside. Same spot as we saw a few pitches ago. 2-0 now. Samples has been living in that spot a lot today. And he does again.
This one caught the black. 2-1.
The 2-1 pitch from Samples.
Nice pitch. 2-2.
That one up a little bit higher in the zone.
Now Clark, he's got to be ready. The 2-2 on the way.
Ooh.
Down in the dirt, bounces to the backstop, and we'll have a payoff pitch looming from Samples to Clark. The full count. Swing, looped out to center. This will drop in. Over in the right center gap. Joyner will get it back in. A 1-out base hit for Clark will flip the top of the lineup for Pinckneyville. That's Colton Smith. So a nice AB from Clark. Colton Smith looking to help his own cause.
He gets a small lead from first as that ball will be up high. 1-0 count. Panthers looking to get themselves on the board here in the 5th, as that will be a called strike.
Smith didn't like it. He thought it was inside. The count's 1-1.
One delivery, and that was definitely inside. That'll be
scooted in.
Yep. 2-1 count now.
Cleland is next. Check on the runner, Clark. He's in easily.
One difference in this in this game that we did not see in the 2 games so far that the Redbirds have been through in the playoffs is this is a team the Redbirds have seen this season.
Yeah, they split.
Yep, they've seen twice.
6-1 victory at home and an 11-1 Pinckneyville victory in Pinckneyville. Fouled back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and the Redbirds had not had any experience with Massac Vienna so far this season, so they were both fresh teams. And now the Redbirds.
Or El Dorado in that first round
or
matchup.
El Dorado, that's right.
If they were to win, they would play a team that's 2-0 against them. That's DuQuoin. Just missed outside. Not by much.
Yeah, that was a very close pitch on the outside corner. Full count now with a runner at first and 1 out for the Panthers.
Swing foul or popped up left side. Long run.
Ooh.
And it will be foul.
That was close. Maybe a few feet to the right, and that could have been caught, but just a little bit too far.
Yeah, Parker Allen trying to get there. But we'll run it back with the 3-2 count. Samples, looks in, checks the runner, comes set, fires to the plate, runner takes off, strike 3, sits down Smith for out number 2. He was caught looking. Anything close with a couple of strikes tends to go to the pitcher, and it did just that.
Big strikeout for Chris Samples. It'll now be 2 outs. The 1 man on for the Panthers.
That was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Clellan. Job's not finished in the 5th. First pitch. Sweeps off the plate. Ball 1.
Here's the 1-0 delivery. Oh.
Instead of step off. Aaron Price with the Midwest. Oh. Ball and a strike. Fouled back.
Hey, for the games I've called so far, it's the first time that's happened, so I'll call that a win. 1-1 count now as the runner gets a little bit more of a lead now at first.
Clark would like to take it, but Samples has kept an eye on him. Down the right field line, this finds the seats. Ball and 2 strikes. Samples looks to win the battle and give his team a 2-0 lead headed to the bottom of the 5th. Can he finish off Cleland here? Coming to the plate. Strike 3, looking, sits down Cleland. We're going to the bottom of inning number 5 with a 2-0 Redbirds lead on Redbirds Live.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
4, 5, and 6 for West Frankfort. That's Patterson, Duncan, and Scales due up in the bottom of the 5th. Redbirds up 2-0.
Chase Patterson to the plate, and that ball is thrown behind him. It'll be ball 1 for Patterson. Just a bit inside.
It's our Kids Corral scoreboard. Game prior to this was a 9-2 game. DuQuoin looked pretty solid in that, getting the bats going late to knock off Harrisburg in the Bulldogs season. DuQuoin plays the winner of this one on Saturday here at Don Stanhouse Field.
Very productive season for the Bulldogs, too.
Smith's 1-1 is up high, 2-1 to Patterson.
Here's the 2-1 delivery to Chase Patterson.
Big swing pitch here. It goes the way of Pinckneyville as it's fouled off. 2-2 the count. Smith looks in for his sign. And out of the wind comes home. Swing and ripped over to short. Picked by Clark and throws out Patterson.
What a nice play there by Clark at shortstop. Really nice pick.
I was thinking he better make that play because I've credited him a few times in this game for being a good defensive player. So better back me up there.
Good rip from Chase, too. So Eric Duncan to the plate now for the Redbirds.
Duncan singled through the hole on the left side his last trip. Takes this one. Just missed. Ball 1.
One no count now on Duncan. Here's the delivery.
Strike. Fired in from Smith. Had a little extra on that one.
West Frankfort with a 2-0 lead, but looking to tack on some more runs here as we get a little deeper into this game. There's the 1-1 pitch.
Duncan, squibber right back to Smith. Plenty of time. The underhand toss for out number 2.
Despite that, he certainly hustled his way to first base. But game like this, you never know what can happen, so that's what you got to do.
Will Scales, Redbird catcher with 2 outs and nobody on base. Fouls it back. First pitch swinging at Scales. Good ball game here in DuQuoin between the Redbirds and the Panthers. Smith coming home. Outside, ball 1. He's got some zip on his fastball right now. Just couldn't locate that one.
One count on the catcher Scales. Here's the delivery.
Down low.
Yeah, a little bit low, and Scales will be ahead 2-1.
Scales looks to extend it to Parker Allen. Pitch coming here, 2-1. Looped into left, and this will fall in front of Lynch. 2-out single for Will Scales.
So they do extend it to Parker Allen. And they're going to go with the courtesy runner out at first base.
Hendricks Woods.
Yep.
Parker Allen digs in. Smith back to work. Pitch, swing and a miss.
Late on that pitch. 0-1 count on Allen. Woods gets the lead from first. The 0-1 delivery.
Strike 2 on the outer edge.
Good spot there. So it'll be 0-2 and 2 outs now. Allen looking to extend it.
A tough spot, 0-2.
Yeah.
And down goes Allen. Swing and a miss. We head to the 6th. West Frankfort 2, Pinckneyville 0 on Redbirds Live.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with backseat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Galatich Honda in West Frankfort and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Three, 4, and 5, a big inning for Pinckneyville. That'll be Marlowe, Keller, and Brand. So big inning here, Aaron, with the 3, 4, 5 guys.
Yeah, if Pinckneyville's running out of shots to get on the board, and it will be the top of the 6th inning now, and still a 2-0 ball game. They'd like to do some damage here, and Chris Samples gets an early strike, 0-1 count now, in his 6th inning of work for the Redbirds. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and that is going to find the gap out and right.
Oh, nice job from Patterson to get that in. He's going to hold Lynch, or Marlowe rather, to a single.
That was a really nice snag, bare-handed snag out and right from Patterson.
So next is Dylan Keller. Leadoff man reaches. They're going to run. Courtesy run for the catcher. That'll be Bird. Wyatt Bird running at first. It's a nice job to keep the double play intact, the opportunity.
Yep.
And it's the left-handed hitting Dylan Keller. Samples to the plate. Popped up left side. Duncan chugging along. It's going to drop out of play. 0-1.
And you hope for some relief and pitches like that where you could have a ball in foul territory get caught and early out.
But I think that one just got out of play. I think it just went out over the fence. But a big inning for Pinckneyville. They got their leadoff man on, needing some runs. Marlowe was limited to a single on Patterson, getting it in quickly. Samples coming home. It's inside, ball 1. Ball and a strike.
Any more inside, and that might have clipped him. 1-1 count.
Samples will throw over. Bird in safely.
Always a risky move. But you like to keep the runner honest, especially in a spot like this, and that'll be just outside. 2-1 count now.
Two and 1. Big pitch for Samples here. Keller at the dish. Strike 2. 2-2.
Samples working in now into a 2-2 count, and another big pitch here on the way. Or gets a lead from first, and he's going to step off.
Give him a look. Bird in easily.
Two-two pitch.
Down in the dirt, Bird will easily advance to second base. It scoots away from Scales. Full count to Keller.
Pinckneyville fans know that this is a good shot for them to get up on the board, and it's a full count delivery on the way.
Fouled off to the left side.
Really good at bat.
Big moment in this ball game. Samples to the plate. Grounded towards second. Bennett's there and gets the out at first.
That'll advance the runner to third,
but you really needed that first
yeah,
out.
That's a big out for the Redbirds, and so Pinckneyville will have their first potential run 90 feet away.
Looks like we might have a pinch hitter here. Looks like J.J. Higgerson's going to pinch hit. He's going to bat for Michael Brand. Runner down at third base with one down. Redbirds in a 2-0 lead.
One out. Runner at third. Samples gets set, and here's the pitch.
Fouled back. So Higgerson off the bench looks to drive in Pinckneyville's first run. They'd be halfway there to catching West Frankfort. Odom well in on the grass over at first base. Next pitch. Down and out. 1-1.
Here's the 1-1 delivery from Samples.
Swing and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's count here, or pitcher's count, I should say.
I was going to say, what kind of hitter are you?
Pitcher's count. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Frankfurt wanted it. They didn't get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I said it earlier, and Samples has been living in that spot a lot today.
That's a great pitch.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Samples will try again. Fisted over to short. That's going to play to run. Shoup is going to get the out. So Pinckneyville's on the board. It'll cost them out number 2 in the 6th. It's 2-1 West Frankfort.
I mean, that's a good job from both teams there to play to run, especially in a game that's been low scoring like this, but big second out.
I think in the moment, both sides probably are all right with that trade.
Yeah.
Frankfurt will take the out, trade in the run. They still have the 2-1 lead, and an out away from getting this just 3 outs away with 1 frame to go. Samples ready to go, right back out on the mound. 0-1 count to Chad Lynch. Strike 2, 0-2.
Good pitch there from Chris Samples.
He is ready to go.
He is.
Not taking any time in between pitches. Samples wants this final out to get us to the 7th. It'll take at least 1 more pitch.
It's great to see that. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Samples. Swung on
and a miss. Down in the dirt. Throw to first. They get the out. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Pinckneyville plates a run, but the Redbirds continue to lead it. 2-1, a great ball game here at Don Stenhouse Field in DuQuoin on Redbirds Live.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
Pinckneyville has inched closer. It's 2-1. Smith back to work. Bottom of 6. It'll be Odom, then Joyner, then Bennett for the Redbirds. Home half of inning number 6. Swing and a miss from Odom. Odom nearly got one out to right his last time up. It hit off the top of the fence in an inning where Frankfort tacked on their second run.
The 0-1 pitch to Ethan Odom.
Swing and a miss. Nowhere close on that one.
Redbirds would take some insurance runs here. They only hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 count on Ethan Odom. Here's the pitch. It's way outside. 1-2 count.
Smith looks for the first out in the 6th. Looks in, get his sign, and comes to the plate. Ball outside, 2-2.
Good pitch to lay off from Ethan Odom. 2-2 count now.
It's around the same spot Samples and West Frankfort wanted in the top half.
Yeah.
He'll get him on a swing and a miss. Odom goes down. Cam Joyner will be next.
So big first out for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th, and it'll be the 9-hitter Cam Joyner to the plate. Here's the pitch.
Takes ball high.
Just a tad bit high. Pinckneyville wanted that call.
Joyner out ahead of this one, fouls it off. Out of play on the left side. Ball on a strike, one down to the Redbird center fielder. Smith looks in and comes home with his delivery. Strike 2.
It's about the same spot. Samples has been.
That's been the same. It's a good spot to live if you're a pitcher for sure.
Yeah. And both pitchers.
They've both been able to do it.
Yeah, have been living in that spot a lot today. 1-2 count on Cam Joyner. 1 out. Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Just below the zone. 2-2. And you'd love to get Cam on base. So he can run and run if you can get him down to first.
We saw some of his athletic ability out in center field on that fly ball earlier.
He's currently the man who touched home. He's the go-ahead run at this point. Joyner chases one out of the zone for strike 3, and it'll be Jace Bennett with 2 outs, nobody on base. In the top of the 7th, looking ahead, it'll be Kellerman, Booza, and Clark, 7, 8, and 9 for Pinckneyville.
So it's top of the order for West Frankfort, 2 outs, but nevertheless, They'd like to get their hot hitters on base here. Jace
Swing
Bennett.
and a miss from Bennett.
Yep.
Smith has come in relief and done a heck of a job to keep this at 2-1. He came in a tough spot. The runner over at third base. He's not allowed anything of his own. This one's outside to the left-handed hitting Bennett.
1-1 count now on Jace Bennett with 2 outs. No one on base for the Redbirds. They hold on to a 1-run lead. Winner gets a spot in the sectional championship against DeCoin on Saturday.
Bennett swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Bennett steps out, takes some time. Here comes the 1-2 delivery to Jace Bennett. Swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and the Pinckneyville Panthers have 3 more outs to work with in the top of the 7th. That's coming your way right after the break here on Redbirds Live.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
All right, Aaron, the time is now. It's the top of the 7th. Frankfort 2-1. 7, 8, and 9 for Pinckneyville due up. That's Kellerman, Booza, and Clark.
Well, they're at the bottom of their lineup, so that's an advantage for West Frankfort. But a 1-run lead, it doesn't take much to tie this ball game.
But I'll say this: each of the bottom of those guys have reached base on base hits today. Kellerman, Booza, and Clark.
Yeah.
So very capable at the bottom. Samples to work. First pitch, chopped foul at the plate. 0-1.
Chris Samples has been amazing on the mound today for the Redbirds. He's only allowed 1 run, and that came in the last inning. Probably not for this game. I don't think so, because they won't have the placard.
1-1 the count. Samples looking for a quick out, number 1. Fouled back.
1-2 count.
Samples ahead of Kellerman, who's the center fielder. Started on the mound. Strike 3, sits down Kellerman, 1 away in the 7th.
Great pitch from Chris Samples and a big first out for the Redbirds. 6 strikes away here in the 7th inning.
Booza, he had a base hit his first time to the plate. He ripped it out to right field on the ground. It got past Bennett. First pitch, chopper over on the left side. Fielded. No, Shoup couldn't play it. Went over his head. Bounced over the head of Shoup on the hop, and Booza's aboard. Next is Abel Clark, the tying run at first base.
That didn't appear from the audience's view as a tough play, but a bounce like that really is a tough play. But unfortunate there.
So next is Clark. Got a base hit last time. Showing bunt. He offered. Strike one. Colton Smith on deck. Started in center. He's moved to the mound for Pinckneyville. 1 on, 1 out. Booza, the runner at first. He represents the tying run. Clark represents the go-ahead run. Showing bunt, pulling off is Clark. It's a 1-1 count.
Panthers will take any run they can get to extend this ball game. There's the 1-1 delivery.
Showing bunt, getting it down. Samples will just go to first for out number 2. So nicely done by Clark, but it'll cost Pinckneyville an out. It comes down to this. It's Colton Smith against Chris Samples. The current pitching matchup will be the matchup between pitcher and hitter here.
Huge spot for both teams here. Runner at second. A hit to the outfield could tie the game.
Big opportunity for the Redbirds. Big opportunity for Smith. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Big pitch there, Aaron.
Absolutely. Get to him early in the count. That's what Samples wants to do here with 2 outs. So the runner will get his lead from second.
Samples. Middle infielders check on the runner. They bounce away. The next pitch. Down and in. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's close to the zone, but a little bit too far down. And
yeah, not a terrible pitch.
Nope.
Got to make Smith come after you here. Samples to the plate. Down in the dirt. 2-1. Third baseman Braden Cleland on deck for Pinckneyville. The runner at second. The tying run potentially out there is Aiden Booza, who reached on a grounder to short on a tricky hop that bounced over Kanan Shoup. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside, 3-1.
so the batter gets ahead in the count here. It's
another good pitch, just a good eye from Smith at the plate.
3-1 count to Smith. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That'll
Down
be low.
low, ball 4.
So they'll extend the game to Cleland, and they're going to take a
pitching or a mound visit.
Yep.
Coach Smith is going to come out. And they were talking to Chris Samples, acting like he was done, but I
don't know if that's the case.
He looks like he might have availability to go one more batter. And he will. I was going to say, I think he's got a little bit left in the tank where he can go maybe 1 or 2 more batters.
Yeah.
Braden Cleland will bat. Force at any of the pads on the infield.
Cleland has a .357 batting average this season for the Panthers.
Samples needing just 1 out. Booza, the lead runner at second. Smith over at first. First pitch. Just missed. Ball 1. Reed Marlowe would be next.
Panthers fans getting into it here in DuQuoin. It's the 1-0 pitch. Up high, ball 2.
2-0. Samples looks to regroup. Pinckneyville trying to get into it, looking to tie and take the lead. That one missed. 3-0. Didn't miss by much on them past 2.
That was close. 3-0 pitch.
Strike 1. Fans all getting into it.
Yeah.
Exciting baseball here in DuQuoin.
Big moment.
The next pitch in. Swing and a chopper. This is going to be a tough play anywhere. Fielded. Shoop will have to hang on to it. Had no play. Couldn't have went anywhere with that. Bases are loaded, and Samples will have to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, Garrett, that was a really tough play, and Shoop was thought about going to third because the runner got a little bit of a lead, but there was no one covering the bag. And
well,
then
he was going to check and see if Booza got too far off.
Right.
But he wouldn't have had a force anywhere. That ball just perfectly hit on the infield where Cleland was going to reach, and Smith and Booza were going to advance 90 feet.
So they're going to give it to Jace Bennett.
Take a break. Base is loaded. Big spot both sides. Top of the 7th. Frankfort leading by 1 on Redbirds Live.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
Base is loaded, 2 outs for Pinckneyville. Reed Marlowe will bat. Frankfort leading 2-1. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second in the top of the 7th. Pinckneyville looking to tie or take the lead in the final frame, down to 1 out, and it's Reed Marlowe at the dish. Jace Bennett into the ball game for Chris Samples. First pitch, strike 1.
Good pitch there from Bennett. Bottom of the zone. Gets the call.
Got to get ahead there, especially with nowhere to put Marlowe.
Absolutely. Cannot afford a walk or anything else here. Here's the 0-1 delivery.
Strike 2. 0-2 on Marlowe.
Two big strikes for Jace Bennett.
Now both sides chirping at the umpire, depending on what way the call goes. Can Bennett set him down? Next, swing and fouled back. Big spot, 0-2. Marlowe at the plate. Bennett with the pitch. Down in the dirt. Scales kept it in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jace Bennett still working a good count here.
The 1-2. The next. Swing and a chopper back to Bennett. He's just going to go to the plate, and it's an out. The force at the plate, and West Frankfort's going to play for a sectional championship.
What an amazing job for the Redbirds. It's a 2-1 final. They take care of the Pinckneyville Panthers, and they'll play the DuQuoin Indians for the sectional championship. This team has been on a roll at the end of the season.
9 of 10 wins in a row.
An amazing job for the Redbirds, and they are heading to the sectional championship. What a job for the Redbirds, Garrett.
Oh, my goodness. What an ending. What a ball game.
That was a very entertaining ball game, and right up to the very last second, this crowd was into it. hats off to the Birds, hats off to the Panthers. That was a great game on both sides, and we're going to wrap everything up in the post-game show coming your way here in
Brought to
just
you
a few.
by IBI Management. We'll hop in. Let's just talk a little bit, recap
Yeah.
what we got, and I think we're going to have Coach Smith. We're going to have Jace Bennett coming up. We're going to get to your stats and all that. But Aaron, this team's red hot, man. 9 out of 10 wins in a row. Frankfort was left for dead by the time the seeds came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
10 seed.
10 seed, playing for a sectional championship. But hey, they're winning it when it matters.
And I'll just say it.
Way to go, Coach Smith and his guys.
Yeah, obviously, this, and knowing some of these ball players, I'm just a few years out of high school, just knowing them personally, I know that this ball team has been amazing for the Redbirds. It's been an amazing ride for them in this postseason, and man, it means so much for them to be able to make it here again. The Redbirds won their first regional championship since 2005. And now they're going to go for their first sectional championship here in just a few days. And we'll have that game here for you live. We'll have the post-game show coming up right after this quick break.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed. You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of the 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers and stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
We welcome you back here in the postgame, brought to you by IBI Management. 2-1, Frankfort knocks off Pinckneyville to head to the sectional championship on Saturday at 11 against the DuQuoin Indians, the hosts. Joined by Jace Bennett. Jace, real quick, was that the most meaningful save opportunity you just get thrown into, bases loaded, and 3-hitter at the plate?
Yes, that is the most stressful thing I've ever been in. And of course, I haven't pitched that much this year, so.
Yeah, I mean, big moment, but a big opportunity there, and you got it going early on. But man, you've really been ripping the baseball. But that's not just been you. A lot of guys here in the postseason. Talk a little bit about how the offense has really been clicking here lately.
We're just seeing the ball and we're battling up there at bat, and we're just trying to do a job and move everyone, make coach happy. And I mean, we practice a lot on hitting and practice quite a bit, so.
Yeah, and another guy, Chris Samples, I mean, he went out there and shoved again on the mound. If he could have thrown one more pitch, he would have, because I think he got right at his max. But man, how about that guy as a leader here on the mound lately?
He's been like that for as long as I can remember. He's always been the one that can go quite a while in the games, and he's just a really good pitcher. He knows what to do with it, and he doesn't think too much, and he just does his job. So,
Jace, I think you guys were 2-15 at one point, and a lot of people outside of your clubhouse probably wouldn't have expected anything, but I mean, it was clear that you guys had bought in.
Yeah.
And I mean, might not have been the most realistic, but I'm sure you guys absolutely thought, hey, we play our way when we can, we could be in this spot.
Oh yeah, yep. It started with those last few games that we started winning, and it's like, hey, our season didn't start what we wanted it to be, but obviously coaches were telling us like it only matters of how you finish, and obviously we've done really good here at the end, and I think that's just how we were. Like, start of the year, we were trying to figure everything out, like who can play where and like where we need, and then we figured it out right at the end, just in time for it. So.
Jace Bennett gets the 1-out stressful save. It's a tough spot, but man, he came through against the number 3 hitter Reed Marlowe. Jace, thanks for hopping on with us, man.
Thank you for having me on here.
All right, go get him Saturday, man.
All right.
That's Jay Spinnett. He gets the save and closes things out. 2-1 victory. Frankfort gets it done. We're going to have Coach Smith coming up in here in a moment. We're going to have Coach Smith coming. Man, oh man, Frankfort's going to advance to play DuQuoin on Saturday at 11 o'clock here in DuQuoin at the beautiful Don Stanhouse Field. Always nice facility. We'll get to your stats here in a moment. But we're going to talk to Coach Smith before that. Frankfort gets the victory. Chris Samples went about as far as you can without completing at 6 2/3. But that 1-2 put out at the end with Jay Spinnett gets the 1-out save to close it out. Pinckneyville season comes to an end. A couple of teams really opening some eyes here in the postseason, both Pinckneyville and West Frankfort. So congratulate Coach Smith over at Pinckneyville for his regional championship and a job well done on the season. Real quickly, we'll run through these stats before Coach Smith gets here. And that's brought to you by the city of West Frankfort. 1 hit for Cleland, 1 hit for Marlowe, 1 for Lynch, 1 for Booza, a walk for Cleland, and a run scored in there by the courtesy runner. I believe that was Cree. Pitching was Kellerman 3 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Smith 2 1/3, 1 hit, struck out 5. For West Frankfort, get to their stats in a moment, but first we got Coach Smith joining us in a 2-1 victory. Coach, just get your thoughts following a sectional semifinal victory.
Yeah, trying to comprise them at the moment, but just left guys on, something we haven't been doing a whole lot. So we'll have a couple days to work on that, timely hitting and moving guys and little crap like that I thought we had in the rearview mirror, but I guess not. But Doodle threw well. JB came in and did what we asked him to do, but we got to quit leaving guys on base.
Yeah, Coach, a little stressful there at the end, but the guy comes in and executes it. Does Jay Spinnett, who was up here, a little high on that throw. It got me a little worried on the toss, but a credit to you, Coach, because 9 of 10 now. But the thing about it is every time we have you on, the demeanor doesn't change. There's still job to be done, and there's still another day to keep playing. You're very fortunate, excited that your season continues, but there's always another goal and another task, and you got one Saturday.
Yeah. For the most part, they make it fairly easy on me. They don't get my blood pressure too high. But when they do, we take care of it. But back to JB, he's one of those guys. He's a thrower. I mean, so whether he's fielding balls on the left side of the infield at second base, corner outfield, he's got to chuck it to to hit a spot. So made me a little nervous, but we had full faith in him coming in and shutting it down.
Yeah, Coach, a couple of weird balls over at short. Seemed like those don't go your way here lately, and they didn't there. But yeah, you mentioned it. Chris Samples pitched his butt off today. He did a great job. But I mean, the deciding victory or the deciding run in today's victory came from production at the bottom of your lineup.
Mm-hmm.
The ball that was smacked off the top of the short porch out there and right.
Yep.
Odom ended up getting forced out, but it was that led to your run. And you're starting to see some production, even though I know there wasn't a whole lot, but finding moments, and your 6, 7, 8, 9 guys aren't just easy outs for guys.
No, absolutely not. That's all just kind of buying into what they've been asked to do, and it's taken a little bit of time to get comfortable with that. But I mean, you got to be a team guy. Whether you're leading off an inning, there's nobody on, you're up with 2 outs, and there's nobody on. Your whole goal as a guy at the plate is just to get on base. So those guys at the bottom of your order, it's finally starting to click with them a little bit. And you reap the benefits from those things when you buy in and just commit to being a team player.
Hey, Coach, I'll let you get back down there. Congrats making it to the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having Coach Smith up here. 2-1 victory, knocking off Pinckneyville and advancing to take on DuQuoin on Saturday. Get to the final stats for West Frankfort. Bennett with a run and a walk. Shoup, 2 hits and an RBI. Samples with a hit and an RBI. Duncan with a hit. Scales with a hit. Odom with a hit. Joyner with a run. Samples and Odom with a couple of doubles. Patterson with a stolen base. Samples went 6 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and struck out 9. Bennett went a third of an inning and got the 1 out save. Get to our player of the game, brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Got to go with Chris Samples, 6 2/3, had a heck of a ball game. Struck out 9 batters to just his 2 walks, so Chris and company get the job done. Thanks to our production team up here today. Aaron Price helping with the call. Thanks to Drew Smith, camera and behind the scene graphics. Thank you to everyone tuning in. I want to send a special shout out to Chris Dexter and Southern Illinois Sports for sharing our posts. So anyone that's tuning in to us for the first time through his share on Facebook, we hope to have you back Saturday and in the future. I'm Garrett Smith.